A very, very beautiful Veda mantra, extremely deep, extremely wonderful Veda mantra. I liked it so much. I was reading the book written by my Acharya, Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Ek Vedic Rahasya, third part. And in one of the shloka, I think in the 19th shloka, 13 by 19, Sri Krishna speaks about that Prakriti and Purusha both are anadi, both are eternal. So when explaining this shloka, my Acharya was explaining about Prakriti from Rig Veda 10 by 27 by 11. A beautiful mantra. I was really moved by understanding this mantra. God says in this mantra, Yasya anaksha duhita jatavasa kastam vidvam abhimanyate andham kataro menim pratitam muchate yayim bahate yayim va vareyat. God, when he speaks about Prakriti, God says, Yasya anaksha duhita. There is one matter, there is one substance or tattva which is under the shelter of Almighty God. That means that matter, that substance, that element cannot impact Almighty God in any sense. It is under the control of Almighty God, under the shelter of Almighty God. This substance, this element cannot see, it does not have eyes. It cannot realize anything, it cannot feel anything. It is Jad Tattva, it is non-alive matter. Gyan se shunya, it does not have any knowledge in itself. But for the others means Jivatma, this element, this Tattva, which we call as Prakriti, it gives us so much of pleasures in different forms for the Jivatmas. When Almighty God creates this universe, from Prakriti, we attain all the pleasures and pains in this universe, and every pleasure, whatever we are experiencing in terms of Kam, Krodh, Madh, Lobha, Ahankar, is due to Prakriti only. Of course, Jivatma is the one who is feeling it, but it is due to the usage of Prakriti or usage of the universe made from Prakriti. So God says that element by itself it cannot see anything, by itself it cannot feel anything, by itself it cannot actually do also anything, it does not have any knowledge to do anything, but that element is so subtle, so powerful that it can make you experience anything else. And Jatu Asa, this element, this substance was present in its original form at some time when the universe was not created. This element was in its original form. In the Pralaya stage, as we all know from my previous videos which I have made based on the Vedas, it was existing in the Prakriti state, in the Mool state. Mool state means it was not acting. It was just like lying. A dead body does not move, right? Or a stone does not move. So Prakriti was absolutely still. It was not able to move. It was not able to do anything, any karya. And it was under the shelter of Almighty God. But this one which is unable to move, which is unable to see, which is unable to realize anything, is the one thing which is in fact controlling you when you are living in your body, God says. That means you are influenced by your mental thoughts, you are influenced by your various emotions, Kam, Krodh, Madh, Lobha, Ahankar, due to this Prakriti. So God says, Tam andham ka vidwan abhimanyate. Andham means and jaisi, that which cannot see. Tam andham, this Prakriti is unknown even to Vidwan. Vidwan means one who is knower of Vedas but not yet realized. He has not become a yogi yet. After he becomes a yogi, he understands Prakriti. But when he is in sadhana stage, when he is in upasana stage, when he is doing upasana, tapasya, he just knows about this Prakriti theoretically, not practically. Like, we all I am speaking on Prakriti to you, you are listening about Prakriti, but we do not know anything about Prakriti. We know the gunas, we know that okay, we are experiencing Kam Krodh Madlob Ahankar, we are experiencing Sukh Dukh, everything. We are experiencing Sukh Dukh, but Sukh Dukh is happening because of Prakriti, changes in the Prakriti, changes in the nature, changes in our mind. Mind is also a part of nature. Change in our mind is giving us happiness or sadness. You are okay in the morning, not okay in the evening. You are not okay in the afternoon, okay in the evening. The change is happening in the mind. So Jivatma is feeling the change, and then Jivatma is perceiving it as Sukh or Dukh. All these things are action of Prakriti. Although Prakriti does not feel Sukh Dukh. See how wonderful or how difficult this particle to be. We cannot understand this particle, this element, this tattva is called as Prakriti. So God says, Tam andam kaha vidvan abhi manyate. Even vidvan does not know it properly. When the vidvan becomes a yogi, complete tapasvi, paripurna acharya, he knows it. But before that, he does not know it. Kataraha tam menim Pratimuchate. This Prakriti is like Vajra, is a very sharp weapon. And nobody can escape this sharpest weapon. That means everybody will get hurt by this weapon. We are all hurt by the Prakriti. I'm sorry, it's raining heavily here, so lot of thunder noise, I think. I'm using a mic, I'm not sure if it is coming in the audio, but if you are listening thunder and other noise, ignore it. So here God says, Kataraha tam menim prati muchate. This Katar, koi bhi, kaun isse choot sakta hai? Who can escape this Prakriti? This Prakriti is a so sharp weapon, it will strike everybody. It is like a thunderbolt. It will strike everyone. It is not easy to escape this Prakriti. And God further says, Yahaim bahati, Yahaim va vareyat, Yahaim vahati. One who understands about this Prakriti, one who understands to handle this Prakriti. If you are able to theoretically understand Prakriti, and if you are able to understand the guna of Prakriti, that Rajagun means this one, Tamagun means this one, Sattvagun means this one, and combination of Rajagun, Tamagun, Sattvagun will impact my life like this. If you are able to understand even theoretically, and you devise a clear plan that by strong Ashtanga Yoga Abhyas, by everyday Upasana, by maintaining Sankalp and Kator Brahmacharya, by taking the help of Almighty God, whenever some vritti arises within you, for example, you are sitting or you are studying something, suddenly some vritti will arise inside you. Okay, close the book, let's go and watch the movie, let's go out, don't waste time here, we can study these books at the age of 75 years, not now. Some thoughts will come. So you must understand, this is the changes in the Rajagun, Tamagun, Sattvagun. Prakriti is made from particles. The changes will happen always. In the quanta particles, if you see the electron, proton, all these minute particles, it is always in movement. So the changes will happen in the mind always. Even the changes happens in the mind, but you understand that this is due to the action of Prakriti. Prakriti is unable to get control by itself. But I am Jivatma, God has given me this body and mind, I can control my mind. If you understand the Prakriti guna very well, God says, once you are able to handle this Prakriti, the Prakriti will become your slave. Yaim va vareyat. इसको स्वाधीन, मतलब इसको गुलाम, we can make it our slave if we understand it. Otherwise we are always the slave of Prakriti. 99.999% of world population is slave of Prakriti, slave of our mind. Mind is Jad Tattva, still we are slave to our mind. Mind says do this, we are doing this without even thinking. For example, you are praying, you want to pray in the morning to Almighty God. You sit for asan, you sit for tapasya. In 5 minutes, your mind will say, get up, it's too much. 5 minutes is over, 10 minutes over, see the watch. This kind of thinking will come. It is all practical. Even I have also experienced. I also experience on a daily basis. See, somebody is knocking the door. You have to go to office. You have to submit the record, to the student will get a thinking that, you must submit the record to the teacher today. You must submit this report to the boss today. Today, how much sales will happen in the business? I had a fight with my wife yesterday night. How she will be? I have to go and meet her. How should I solve that issue? Or my husband is angry on me. How should I handle him? All these things. How do I pay the fees to the school? I don't have money. I have to borrow money from the bank. All these feelings, this thinking, this will come when you sit for a tapasya. Definitely will come. So this is all actions of Prakriti. Of course, Jivatma, the mind works with the power of Jivatma only. But mind is made from Prakriti. It has got particles inside it. Particle will always move. So it takes the power from yourself and it will act against yourself. Understand the mind properly. Mind is like a vehicle. Mind is like a car. Can you control your car? Very easily. You can control your car even without seeing the clutch, brake, accelerator. You can control everything because of your practice. Similarly, can you control your mind? Not possible easily. Because we don't know our mind. We don't know why. We don't know what is Prakriti. We don't know how the mind is made from Prakriti. Nothing we know. So it's difficult to control the mind. But the moment we understand this is the guna of Prakriti, Gunavritti Virodaha Dukhameva Sarva Vivekina, there is a sutra in Yoga Darshana. That one of the Vichitra Dukh is Gunavritti Virodaha. Sattvagun and Tamagun are opposite. Rajagun and Sattvagun are opposite. Rajagun and Tamagun are opposite. Each and every gun is have their virodha, but still they three act together to control you. So you must understand the virodha bhavana of the Prakriti to rule it. Sattvagun indicates knowledge. Rajagun indicates sensuality. Or Rajagun indicates dukh, Sattvagun indicates sukh, and Tamagun will indicate laziness, moha, mamta, etc. etc. So understand the gunas and try to understand the gunas. Take the help of Almighty God and slowly try to conquer Prakriti. It is not possible in one lifetime also. It is possible in several lifetimes. But when you start working on it, the mind will receive the sanskars. The chit will receive the sanskars of controlling the Prakriti. So in the next Janma again the chit will work in a certain pattern because you have already set that impression in your chitta, and chitta does not die. Human body will die, chitta will not die. Chitta will travel along with us in the next birth also. So we must try to conquer this Prakriti. It's not easy. God says it is extremely difficult. It's a very sharp weapon. Kataraha tam menim prati muchate. Nobody can escape this easily. But once you understand this Prakriti, how to understand Prakriti? By satsanga, by going to Acharya. Acharya will again and again teach you about how to do abhyas. Acharya will teach you about what to do and what not to do. Acharya will teach you about control of mind. Acharya will teach you about help of Ishwar in Upasana Margan. God, how he will help you to control Prakriti. So slowly we can control Prakriti. But we must try on a daily basis to understand Gunavritti. What is the gun and how the vritti is formed. What are the gunas? Rajagun, Tamagun, Sattvagun. Understand the gunas. When you act in a particular day, you are acting on a particular fashion. Understand why I am acting like this. What is the guna behind this? The gun behind this, for example, you are having extreme sensual pleasure, sensual feeling inside you on some days. It's due to action of Rajaguna. Sattva-guna is subdued by Rajaguna, suppressed by Rajaguna. When in some days you are feeling extremely energetic towards Almighty God, you want to know only about Almighty God. You don't have interest in anything else. It's because of Sattva-guna action. So understand the gunas and try to see that what is that thing which is stimulating my Rajagun, Tamagun, Sattvagun. Then try to conquer Prakriti slowly. It's not easy, but it's not impossible. It's close to impossible, but it's not impossible. This is what Sri Krishna says in Gita also. It's not impossible to control the mind, but it appears as if it is impossible. I hope you understood. Thank you so much. Namaste. Om.